this weekend on YouTube I released a poll where telling you that I realized that the difficulty I was playing in this game, that is 100, exactly the difficulty I played with in F124 and 23. In this, for some reason in this game, maybe it's me that I'm driving better than in previous games. Maybe the game is a bit easier, or the difficulty is a bit easier in the same level, I don't know. But I really felt that I have to increase a bit the difficulty because, you know, guys, it's true that I drove very well, you know, in these 5 first races of the season. But in Saudi Arabia, despite that I achieve a podium, that maybe it's possible to achieve a podium in a Williams. It's not crazy. I mean, it's very difficult, but we saw this year, for example, in Real F1, in the real Formula 1 season, like Nico Hülkenberg was third in a Sauber. It's true that it was in mixed conditions, very chaotic race. But this track, as I said at the beginning, is perfect. It was ideal for Williams, Saudi Arabia track. But anyway, I think it's not normal that I was running in similar lap times in all the race than Lando Norris, that have the fastest car. It was catching me little by little, but I was checking the lap times and I was running similar pace to Lando. So I think definitely this race combined with the other 4 races where I was competitive, maybe Japan was the only one where I felt I was in the position I should be, you know, fighting for P9, P8, you know. But in Australia, in China, and in Bahrain, I was fighting with the Mercedes, sometimes with the McLarens and the Ferraris. So I think that can happen one race, but not all races. So definitely I need to increase a bit the difficulty. So I released a poll on YouTube this weekend asking you about how much I have to increase the difficulty. And I set 3 levels to increase it 3 points, 103, 4 points, 104, or be much more aggressive and to increase it 5 points, 105. And you definitely, you want to give me a challenge, you know, and you vote for being aggressive and to increase the difficulty to 105. And this is gonna make, I will listen you are part of this career mode, as I always said. You have power decision sometimes, or power choice, and yeah, I will increase 5 points the AI difficulty from now. That probably means that that fantastic podium in Saudi Arabia and all these races where I was fighting for P4, P5 with the Mercedes of Russell, sometimes the Ferraris, maybe we don't see that in the rest of the season. But I think at the same time it will be more challenging, and I will be fighting with, you know, my teammate and other cars like the Haas, the Alpines, the Aston Martins. That should be my natural place. So as I said, I will listen to you. Let me close this tab, and now move on to the game, guys. Move on to the game because it's exactly what I'm gonna do now. So as I said, I will increase the difficulty 5 points. From now, we will be playing in now officially the ultimate difficulty. If you see at the right side, the legend difficulty is from 95 to 100. That was the difficulty I was playing. From the moment I increased from 100 to beyond, I starting to play in ultimate. That, to be honest, is the first time I'm playing in this difficulty since the F1 2017. That I was playing, I think, in 107 even. Let's see now how is my level in comparison to AI. And I can't wait to start racing at this difficulty, so it should be fun. Now, oops, sorry, you're not watching the game. sorry, guys, my fault. Okay, now it's okay. As I said, I will increase to 105. You know. I was playing 100, that is legend, as you can see just below. 105. Let me check that is safe. Okay. And now we have a secret meeting. We have a secret meeting once again. Which thing will be interesting on me? Remember that my ideal option will be a Mercedes seat. Being on Williams, I have more chances to be Mercedes next season, in the next game, in the next career mode. I don't think Mercedes will contact to me, but who knows? I'm in a very good position in the championship. I achieved a podium in Williams in Saudi Arabia. Let's see who is trying to hire me or trying to talk to me in the meeting. Oh, Alpine. It's Alpine. Okay. Alpine that, as you can see, they are now actually in 8th place in constructors, 6 points, and Gasly was 8th in Bahrain. Duhan was 13 in China, and obviously I'm not interested into joining in Alpine, guys. It's not my target. As I said, my target is especially Mercedes. If I move from Williams, it will be to a team that have higher expectations to fight for podiums and maybe wins in 2026. And I don't think that Alpine has Sauber, Williams or Aston Martin will be in that position in 26. Normally, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren or Ferrari, they will be in that position. That should be the normal thing. It's true that there is a big change in the regulations, but yeah, I don't think they will be very interesting to know. So I will decline talks. Sorry guys, sorry Alpine, sorry Flavio Veratore, but I'm not interested to join.
Been chatting with some of the team higher-ups, and they're delighted with the loyalty you're showing to the team and the project. Now's a good time to ask for a bonus, or a boat, or whatever it is you people get up to out of the car.
Okay, I don't know if I can do that, if I can ask for a better bonus. No, we can check it later on. But yeah, the team is very happy. Obviously, I declined 2 conversations with 2 different teams, so that's nice. Let's first of all, before to go to the Grand Prix panel, let's advance a bit to see if our upgrades, that we have a lot of upgrades, tire blankets and turbo improved materials. Let's see if they are complete or not.
Okay, mate, I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Okay, 50%. One upgrade was done, the other one was failed. I don't remember who was failing, if the turbo reliability of the tire blanket. I hope tire blanket will be the one that works, but because that will increase our tire wear, or sorry, that will decrease our tire wear, so it will be fun. And now let's advance to reach the resource points. Okay, we have some resource points. We have no messages, and move on to the specialists. This weekend we have available 4. Let's check it out. Let's start with the manufacturing spare. We are close to reach level 1. Only we need 450 points more. The goals for the weekend: drive 322 kilometers during the race weekend, or keep tires below 120 degrees on dry, or 100 degrees on inter, or 90 on wet. Let's select this one. Wind tunnel not available. Power unit consultant. We are far away still from level 1. Let's try to reach more points. In this case, goals: reach a speed of 334.74 kph during the weekend, or finish in a better position than your teammate in qualifying, includes sprint qualifying. That should be the easy one. Let's try to go harder. Material fabrication planner. We still need 900 points. Goals for the weekend: perform 250 gear shifts during a single session, or complete 5 laps in practice sessions, in and out laps not included. Very easy both. And quality assurance tester. We are more or less in the middle way to reach the next level. Goals: leave and coast for 25 seconds or more during a race weekend, or incur no more than 3 penalties during the entire weekends. We are very clean drivers, so let's select this one. And the strategy analysis is not available, so this is one. Let's set as primary specialist chassis. Driver details. Well, after the fantastic podium in Saudi Arabia, obviously my ratings, my targets are still increasing, still in a very good condition. We are actually in 68 level, target 75, the maximum I could set. We are very ambitious this season. and to retain the seat 59. So we are in a great position, you know, guys. About accolades, as I said, in this year, look at the championship points. We only need 3 championship points more to achieve the first accolade. So I'm not sure the bonus we will get if we complete that, but I'm sure we are now in a position to complete that first accolade. Also the top 10 finishers, I think it's possible. 4 of 5, only we need 6 more, and left 19 races still, so I think we are in a very good position to achieve that. Top 5 qualifying, we have 3, that is impressive as well. I'm not sure if that will be easy, especially now in this difficulty. But at least 2 of them are possible to reach. Let's see. Rivalries. For the moment, the rivalry with Albon is being fantastic. I mean, 47 points against 0. Qualifying results 5-0. Podium finishes, I have 1 podium this year. Last weekend in Saudi Arabia. Not sure if Albon will be able to do that. Highest qualifying position, 2nd against 5th. Race results, head-to-head in race 5-0. And best finishing position 3rd and 12th. It's no challenge, no contest for the moment, but I'm sure with this new difficulty, obviously will be much difficult to reach Alex, but it will be challenging. I don't know if at some point I can set a rivalry with another rival. I would like to be honest, with some Mercedes drivers to fight for the seat, but I'm not sure if that is automatically or you have to choose manually your rival. I'm not sure. I can try to guess. Let me set something. Championship rivalry. Close point stalls can trigger championship narrative rivalry. Driver rating rewards are given up on completion. Let's see how it works. And driver rating rivalry. The goal is to improve your own driver rating to achieve an obvious gap versus your rival. But I'm not sure where you can set these rivalries, or if it's at some point of the season happen. Anyway, let's discover it. Driver graph, my ratings, obviously after the fantastic weekend in Saudi Arabia with that podium, obviously now my ratings are increasing, experience, finishing the race. I finish all races. Race graph also that is affected by overtakes and finish position compared starting position. I increase, I think I start in 4 and I finish 3rd, so you can imagine. In awareness, I have no penalties, no collisions, no off tracks, no DNFs, still increasing quite solid. In pace, reflecting speed in qualifying and margin to fastest lap. Qualifying, I qualified in 4th, so it's fantastic. Fastest lap was so, but it was good. And the focus, that is the most important, reflects form in qualifying and race results versus taking vehicle performance into account. I overperformed by far the Williams potential in this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, being 3rd. We are now 6th in the performance. No, sorry, we are the 5th fastest team when I finished 3rd. So the ratings still been very good. So that's great. This rating comparison. And now move on to the R&D, that is the most important section. Guys, no, well, actually we are 6th, sorry. I thought we were 5th, but we are in the same level practically than Aston Martin. And RB, Alpine, Haas and Sauber are behind us, not by much. And then they are the top 4 teams that are much better than us. So now you understand why my podium in Saudi Arabia, fighting with these Mercedes guys and Ferrari and the McLaren 7, was so important and was so spectacular, you know, due to the difference in performance. So now the question is, can we improve this weekend? Can we have upgrades? Difficult. We only have 591 points. Not too much to do with that. This weekend we have 2 upgrades in the, as you can see in in the secondary wing flap and wing wing. That's nice. In chassis, failed the tire blankets. What a shame. What a shame. I was looking for this one because that will give us much more tire wear. That is very important in race. So unfortunately, it was not complete. And in durability, we have upgrades in the internal combustion engine and turbo. That is very important, very important, guys, because probably if I do not improve in these areas, I will have to penalize at some point because using extra ice or extra turbo, you know, guys. So with this new durability package, I think we are safe for the rest of the season. So I think with the points we have that are not too much, 591, I think what I wanna do is to redevelop this upgrade. I really want to decrease the tire wear, improving the tire blanket. So guys, this is the only thing I will develop this weekend. Let's try to do it. It will be ready before Imola, but not for this weekend. And now we have 371 points. I think with this number of points, not sure if we can do something, to be honest, because in aerodynamic it's not possible. We have nothing to develop, I think. So no, yes, we can develop the overwheel winglets, but we have no points enough. And in chassis, the only thing we can develop is that one. And in powertrain, the ignition system is not possible. No points enough. And that's it. And in durability, I think I will not improve anything else. I think I did all upgrades I wanted to in this department. So basically, it's the develop things we have for this weekend. Now, let me check something. In progress, we have the tire blankets that should be ready for Imola. And Albon, wow, Albon is developing a lot of things. That should be ready as well. 2 of them for Imola. That is the plank, minor weight redistribution, and the cockpit weight reduction. So 2 upgrades to reduce the weight of the car. That's very interesting. We need upgrades in our chassis. Last year we developed a lot the chassis, and it was worth it at the end. In the second half of the season, we scored a lot of points with that upgrade in the chassis. And then also he developed the Venturi tunnels, the minor rear downforce that should be ready, I think, not for Imola, maybe for Monaco, and a gearbox durability that, to be honest, is useless because we have 24 gearbox for this season. So anyway, guys, important. From this weekend, as I was explaining, I will start to use different engines in practice and in qualifying and race, because the first power unit is in 50%. That means from now I will start to lose power in the number 1 ice. So I will use this for practice in Miami. Sorry guys, but in the rest of the weekend, sprint races, sprint qualifying and race, and qualifying, I will use the second one. Also, I will use a new gearbox because we have so many that, I mean, why not? Let's use a new gearbox. And yeah, I think also the turbo for this weekend, I will use the second one after practice one, because it's in 48%. So yeah, definitely we need an upgrade there. So yeah, that's, you have to know. Tire selection. Okay guys, I have to tell something. For this weekend we have once again a very soft selection as in Saudi Arabia, the same C5, C4, C3. But here in Miami, if it's not raining, the tire temperatures will be crazy, much higher than in Saudi Arabia. Probably the track will be easy at 50 degrees and the air temperature more than 33, 34. That means that I assume the tire degradation will be, tire wear will be immense, will be massive. especially on these compounds that are not the hardest. So I don't know if it will be raining, but let's try to play to gamble. Let's try to select tires thinking that it will be dry. I think for this weekend the hardest tires will be very important. So maybe even a harder selection should be interesting. But the problem of this allocation is that for practice we have no tires except soft tires, and I need at least another different compound to test in the only practice session we have. So I think the balance tire allocation should be the best one. In that way we have at least one extra set of hard tires to use in practice, and also at least for the spring weekend, for the spring race, we have a medium tire, because I don't think a soft tire will be worth it or will be enough for us a sprint race. I think people that will use the soft, they will suffer a lot. So yeah, definitely I think the balanced tire allocation is the best for this Grand Prix weekend, guys. So in that way, for the spring we have a medium tire. Problem is that for race will be difficult, guys. Will be difficult with only one medium and one hard tires. Not sure if I will be able to do one stop. Even I will have to use another use set of the medium. But if I use it in the sprint, obviously it will be impossible to use it in the race. And only we have 3. Spring weekends are complicated, very complicated, as you can see. In qualifying we only will have one set per session, so yeah, difficult, but I think we have to manage that, and the balanced tire allocation is the best one for this weekend. Now move on to the standings. The standings, well, I mean, we are in an incredible privileged position. Max Verstappen is dominating as he did in 24. Let's see if at some point the McLarens start to be faster and to be more competitive. Oscar Piastri and Lando chasing Verstappen, but the gap is significant now. And there is Russell and there is me in 5th place, 47 points. Obviously after achieving 15 points after the sprint, after the podium in Saudi Arabia, that gives me let me to climb up in the standings and to be in P5. That is an awesome position. Obviously I know with this new difficulty, I'm sure from now, little by little, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Hamilton, Antonelli, they will be ahead of me at some point. Let's see, my intention is to fight even with Antonelli. Let's see if I can maintain the distance with Antonelli and to finish ahead of him. And it will be very difficult, but let's see. And then in the constructors, we are in a very good position thanks to my points, because Albon have no points. 5th place, that is the target, to finish in 5th place, 47 points. With a gap of around 37 points with Aston Martin, that is the next team. Has 12 points, Alpine 6, and Sauber and RB have no points. So I think it's difficult. Someone will beat us in the constructors behind us. So I think the P5 is not done, but very secure. And obviously from P4 to P1, it will be impossible to compete with them. So P5 is our target. And in the season results, well, as you can see, Verstappen is dominating like crazy. And after the bad result of Piastri in Saudi Arabia, he breaks the streak of podiums. Is starting to pulling away very dramatically. As Lando Norris, he was 4 just behind me in Saudi Arabia, but is a bit far away from Verstappen. They are fighting, Norris and Piastri, but not for the leadership. They are fighting for P2 for the moment. Russell, the season of Russell has been fantastic, super consistent, and the best result of the season in Saudi Arabia is second place. Positioning in 4th place, that is fantastic in the Mercedes. And then it's me. We score points in 4 of the 5 races, and in Japan we will be able to score points probably without the crash with Duhan. And in the last race, as you can see, the podium that is remarkable. That podium in Saudi Arabia. Then is Tsunoda that started really well with a podium in Australia, but after that, yeah, he's starting to performing not so good. But he's still there in 6th place. Same points, no, sorry, 6 points more than Leclerc. That is not. Ferrari drivers are not having a very good season for the moment. Leclerc, the best result is 4 in Japan, 33 points, and Hamilton has 3 consecutive 6 places. But yeah, they are far away from, for example, Russell, and they should be fighting with Russell. But let's see. And then it's Antonelli that is not getting an extraordinary debut as a rookie in Mercedes. It's normal, very young. You have time. And let's see. I think my intention would be to fight for Antonelli for P8 in the driver standings. I think it's possible. Let's see. And then it's Alonso that after scoring points in every single race in Saudi Arabia, he was nowhere, no pace at all. 12 points, the same than Ocon, that is, wow, it's been super consistent. Points in every season, every race except in Bahrain, that it was 11th place, close to the points. So fantastic season for Ocon. Even in the sprint race of China, I think he scored points. And there is Gasly with 6 points, scoring points in Japan and Bahrain. But in Saudi Arabia was not able. Anyway, very consistent season. And what point have Stroll? He achieved in Japan. And from Lawson to Hayar, anyone have points, including my teammate that is still there. He's improving the results in comparison to the first 3 races of the season, with both 12 places. Let's see if in Miami can fight finally for points, if it's more competitive than me. Or as me, because in the difference I was having with Albon in this difficulty 100 was immense, guys, was unreal. Normally in the last 2 races I was like 1.5 or 1 second faster than Albon in qualifying, finishing very, very far away from him in race. Let's see if now we are a bit more equal, you know, guys. Then in trophies, well, we have a trophy. 3rd place in Saudi Arabia, so probably will be the only trophy we will get this season. Who knows? On this difficulty will be difficult, but who knows? Maybe we perform very well. And now move on to the stats. That we are still having an excellent average finish and grid position. 6th place average finish. 5th place average grid position, more than 3,300 kilometers driven, 449 laps driven. So the stats looks very, very good, guys, as well. And now I think it's time. We all have said, especially, let me check something, guys, about I think it's recognition. I think I cannot do anything in this section, but as you can see, we are in 53%. That means we are close to reach 55, and if we unlock the 55 perk, that means I will be able to develop 3 upgrades at the same time, and that should be nice, to be honest. So yeah, let's see if we can fight for that. And yeah, yes, I was trying to check in that. So I think it's the moment to go for the Miami Grand Prix. Tire allocation is balanced, it's okay. So guys, move on to the Grand Prix panel. Let's see the weather forecast, if other teams develop the car, you know, everything related. Some messages you have before to start the practice session. That will be celebrated in 23 minutes, guys, just 23 minutes. So make sure you are following me on Twitch or in Kick, that is the places where I will be streaming the Practice 1 session of the Miami Grand Prix, guys. If you are watching this on YouTube, guys, make sure you follow me, especially on Twitch. You have the link in the description of this live. So let's go for it, guys. And as always, let me say you guys that thank you so much for your support, guys. It's very nice to see how you are involved in my career mode. Super grateful and very fun. Very nice to see that, to be honest. Let's go for it. Let's see the weather forecast. To be honest, I will be happy if it will be raining at some point, but as you can see, sunny, completely dry the weekend. So yeah, I think we will suffer on tires this weekend, guys. Let's read the messages we have. Oh, this is very interesting. From my engineer. Hi everyone, I wanted to send around an update on our estimate performance progress against our closest rivals. You can see the relative movement over the past few races in the attached graph. Any issue with that, you know where to find me. Well, that's very interesting because we see the evolution as well in this Miami Grand Prix a bit more closer. And as you can see, we are the first blue line, the blue line that is at the top of the other two. And as you can see, we start in a similar level than Aston Martin. In race 5 in Saudi Arabia, we were able to be the 5th fastest team. But once again, this weekend, we were not able to develop the tire blankets, for example, and our evolution of the car is still in the same level than in Saudi Arabia. But Aston Martin was able to improve the car, so that means they are once again ahead of us in theory in Miami. So they should be our direct rivals, you know, guys. Apart from Aston Martin, as you can see, RB, that is the darker blue line, also have upgrades for this weekend, and they are closer to us as well. As Alpine, that is the second line, the blue line at the bottom of the 3. Also they have upgrades. Even Haas did a great step forward, and Sauber. So basically, this weekend, all our rivals have upgrades that are improving the performance of their cars except us. So that should be a weekend where we will should be suffer much more with the teams that are behind us, you know. And now adding to the new difficulty, definitely this weekend will be a real challenge for me. It will be a real challenge. We can preview well the tires we have for this weekend. 2 sets of farts, 4 sets of mediums, and 6 sets of softs. Not too much tires in a spring weekend, to be honest. And seeing the tire wear, tire management will be absolutely crucial this weekend. Mark, about upgrades, as you can see, morning everyone. As you know, we have some our development come through. However, not everything passed quality control. Danny Alexander will need you to confirm the redevelopment on your R&D screens. Everyone else, I will update anything that affects to you individually. Yes, we redeveloped the tire blankets or the tire wear. Let's see if we can achieve the upgrade in Imola. But the only upgrades we have is about reliability, not performance. So, as we saw in the previous graphic, that caused us to be a bit in the same level than the cars or the teams behind. So, a bit difficult weekend for us this weekend, guys. And the weather forecast, as you can see, dry. Spring will start on cloudy, overcast, but it will be dry at the end. Qualifying will start overcast as well, but it will be dry at the end. And race will be dry, completely sunny day, a bit of clouds at the end. So probably the track temperature will be immense, will be massive. So difficult weekend, as I said, in tire management. So yeah, guys. At the same time, I am excited, guys. I am excited because it will be a challenge, you know. It will be a challenge to manage tires and everything. Move on to the. As I said, we are now the 6th fastest team again. as we saw in the graphic, whole teams. I think we are the only team that we have no upgrades this weekend. Every single team improved. Even McLaren now is a bit farther away from Red Bull. So let's see if finally McLaren can win this race this weekend to get closer to Max Verstappen, that is in the league of its own. Even Mercedes improved a bit, but Ferrari improved even a bit more. That means they should surpass Mercedes this weekend, being the third fastest team. And as you can see, they have a big gap with the rest of the teams. So as you can see, my results has been fantastic. From now, with this new difficulty, let's see what we can achieve, guys. But I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited because I really want to prove myself that I'm able to score points even in this difficulty. So let's see what we can do, guys. Let me check that everything is in order. Well, tire allocation. Remember, for this practice one, we have a soft and hard tire. We only have one practice session to do anything we have to do. So very important practice session. And okay, this is okay. So let me check something. Settings, the difficulty 105. Remember, this weekend I will be playing in 105. We were playing in 100. Big step forward, but I really need, guys. I think that should be more realistic from now after my incredible performances. And now, guys, 60 minutes remaining. Remember, we only have one single practice session this weekend. The sprint qualifyings are really intense because there are only 60 minutes to test the car, test the tires, to fine-tune the setup, to understand the car in this track. It's very challenging, the sprint weekends. I love it because we have 2 races, but are very stressful, guys. So let's see. As always said, in practice, in spring weekends, the practice one session is so important. I will try to do as many laps as possible to get the feeling with the track. Here, this track is one of the few that are scanned with a LiDAR system. That means the track representation is exactly the same as in real life, and it feels much cooler, as we experiment in Australia and in Japan, and I think in Bahrain as well. Only left this one and Imola next weekend, and after that the rest of the tracks will be normal tracks. But anyway, let's enjoy this weekend in a LiDAR track, scan track. Let's see the programs we have. Oh, we have different programs. We have qualifying pace, fuel management, and race strategy. So we only have 60 minutes to complete these programs. Let's see if the new difficulty make harder these programs as well. So probably since the beginning I will try to complete fuel management, and then the race strategy, and then the qualifying pace. So as I said, 60 minutes to test a lot of things, guys. So remember, don't miss the action on track now. We are ready to for the practice one session in Miami, in the Miami Autodrome. So people right now that is watching this live stream on YouTube, please move on to my my Twitch channel or Kick. Let's remember again the time sketcher, guys. This is the time sketcher for the weekend. Today practice one just right now in 15 minutes on Kick and Twitch, and then the sprint qualifying. At the right side you have my usernames in YouTube, Kick and Twitch. In that way you can follow me in all these places. So from now, practice one and sprint qualifying only available on Kick and Twitch. You can decide where you can join. Tomorrow the same, and remember, race day, race preview also on YouTube in the 3 platforms, and the race in exclusive on Twitch. So now move on to the game again. It's time, guys, to say goodbye to the people on YouTube. So thank you so much for stay there. please move on to Twitch or Kick to join with me on track these sessions, and let's go for it, guys. So in 30 minutes we will be there. Thank you so much, guys, people on YouTube. See you on Twitch and Kick. See you there, guys.